Have you noticed how whenever two powerful figures start working together for something productive, the media, the elite, or let's be honest, cosmic diabolical forces behind the scene, they start getting nervous. They don't come out right and say, hey, we can't let this alliance thrive. No, sometimes they are more subtle. Instead, you hear the whispering. Trump and Musk, trouble brewing. Musk is outshining Trump. Trump is jealous of Musk. And so the seeds are planted. A little doubt here, a little insecurity there, and before you know what, the whole thing is unraveling. Now tell me, where have we seen this tactic before? I think I know. Let's go check out the Garden of Eden. The Luciferian playbook is to divide and isolate. Satan didn't walk up to Eve and say, hey, let's start a rebellion. He slipped a wedge in the issue. Did God really say? It wasn't a frontal attack, it was subtle, a division, a chisel to drive Eve away from her trust in God. And what did he use? The pride of life. You will be like God, you deserve more. Why should God be the one that knows everything? Why should only God be the one in charge? Sounds familiar? It is the same playbook throughout history. Barnabas and Paul driven apart after a sharp argument. Peter and Jesus, Satan tried to isolate Peter through fear and denial. Even in heaven, Lucifer himself staged the first division by questioning God's authority and getting the angels to rebel. If there is strength in unity, then there's power in division. And the enemy, he knows it. So fast forward to today. Elon Musk, one of the most brilliant forward-thinking innovators on our planet, Donald Trump, one of the most effective disruptors in modern politics, you put them together, you have one man who builds infrastructure, another one who builds movement. But here's the thing, their enemies, they know this too. They know if these two men actually begin to work together, it creates an alliance that benefits society, technological progress combined with political leadership, they can have that. So what do? They poke, they prod, they instigate. Musk is still in the spotlight. Trump can't stand playing second fiddle. Musk doesn't even like Trump. And what's the goal? It is the same old story. Doubt, ego, fracture the relationship, destroy something good. But before we act like this is just about the media or power players, let's ask a hard question. Where is the enemy trying to sow divisions in your own life? Do you have friendships that you once had that suddenly strained by rumors and misunderstanding? Has someone made you second guess a God-ordained relationship or partnership? Has the enemy fed you the lie that you don't need spiritual covering, that you don't need any accountability of brothers in the faith? Because if evil can isolate you, he can manipulate you. If he can fracture your trust, he can derail your calling. He's been using the same tactic since Eden because it works. So here's the challenge. Recognize the wedge before it drives you apart from what God has placed you in for your good, whether it's leadership, friendship, or your faith. Don't let pride, ego, or manipulation break down what God has built. And as for Trump and Musk, if they are wise, they will realize the game that's been played. If they are wise, they refuse to fall for it. The enemy wins when division triumphs. Let's not give him the victory. So what do you think? Have you seen the same tactic in your own life before? Maybe you leave a comment. Let's talk about it. And remember, when evil tries to divide, you stand firm. This is Amadine.